Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to yet another episode of Success Principles by Successful Principles, a series of conversations on parenting. You ask any parent that what do you really want from your kids? And all they say is that I want my kids to be happy, I want my kids to be successful, and I want my kids to be good human beings. That's what exactly every parent wants. But how does that happen? Would that happen on its own? If it does, wonderful. But how about that if we understand them better and probably then drive this journey for them? And that's one of the main objectives of this series is to help parents like you understand their kids better and probably see what works well for them. And we continue to do that. And probably something that doesn't work for them, we can avoid that. I firmly believe that every father is a superman and every mother a superwoman. And conscious parenting is their true superpower. My name is Kamalneet Singh. I'm a TEDx speaker, a mindset coach, and an author. And on this series, I get to interview various educators from different parts of the country who bring in their rich experience to add value to you as a parent. And I'm looking forward to this episode, a very special episode today. We have a very special guest with us on the show today. And as parents, you would be glad to hear all the inputs coming your way. So small input would be that probably take a note, have a pen and a paper, and probably have all the golden nuggets coming your way. Make a note of them. So let's dive in and let me introduce you to who our guest is today. So on the show today, we have with us Miss Manisha Khanna, Principal St. Andrews World School, Gurugram, known for her academic excellence, is a double postgraduate in mathematics and education, a renowned educator, having served in prominent institutions for 26 years. Now that's a very long time. As well as key resource person and mentor for teacher training and student development programs. Somebody who gets invited by various institutions, not only in India, but across the world. She's been invited by Delhi Public School, Qatar, Amity International School, Mount Olympus, Delhi Public School, Doha. Somebody who has been bestowed with many, many awards, to name a few. She's been bestowed with New Age Leadership Award, Skill Bharat Samman, Innovative Principal Award, Global Teachers Award, Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert, and many, many, many more awards. Somebody who believes that parenting can make a real difference and believes in the holistic development of the students. Madam, it is a pleasure to have you on the show today. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Kamali, for this wonderful, wonderful introduction. I mean, really, it's honor for me to be with you on this platform.
Likewise, they say that everybody's probably running around success, and the title of the series is Success Principles by Successful Principles. So I'm going to begin right from there, from the title. Now, success is a very, very broad term, and it can mean different things to different people, and people can have their own meanings around success. What is your definition of success? How would you define success?
As rightly you said, success is a very vast term. It can vary from person to person. Whether for a same person, it may vary from context to context. But in totality, if I have to sum up the success, for me, ultimately, the success is certain short-term goals, certain long-term goals. If you are able to maintain that, if you are able to achieve that, along with, yes, certain financial stability, along with biggest thing, what I feel, feeling and the satisfaction to give back to society. So if you are able to have the balance of these three, as a principal, I feel immediately I have some short-term goals for my school, for me. I may have some long-term goals. So if you are able to manage your short-term and long-term goals for yourself, for the institution, for your kids for whom you are responsible, of course, money is important to achieve anything and everything. So along with certain financial stability, and third, feeling or satisfaction of something giving back to the society. So in nutshell, if you are able to have a good balance, I feel yes, you are success.
Fantastic. So I think you have probably said it very well. I think all the parents out there, I think the takeaway is it's a combination of short-term and long-term goals and certain amount of financial stability and that feeling of contribution and giving back to the society. I think very holistic view on success. And I think all the parents watching there, if we can help our kids understand that success is not singular, if it can be holistic, their view around their life changes. So, now talking about success and, talking about parents, if you ask any parent, they would want their kids to be successful. All parents would want their kids to be successful. And so my question to you is that what does it really take for a child to be successful out there in the real life?
Again, I will say in a same manner for students also. In my 25 years of span, when you get a lot of case studies, when you talk to your students, presently those who are with you in grade 11th and 12th, and once they are move out from the school in the college life, once they are working as a professionals. So again, success varies from person to person. For them, it could be getting good salary, getting good packages, a corporate job, corporate setup, and traveling and freedom. That's a success. Another person may be again getting a good balance between the personal and professional life, along with some travel plans, get spending good time with the family and kids could be a success. So again, person to person, it's gonna vary. But if I talk about any education policy, that also says holistic development. Ultimately, from the age group of 18 to 22, 25, success could vary from students' perspective. But post 25, if you see in general, in real sense, for everybody, for every working professional, be it in a corporate or job or startup, anything, I think success is what I define for myself: calmness in the life, serenity, contented life, and ultimately happiness. What we are doing, if we are happy in doing that, that is the success.
No, very well said. They say that the goal of all the other goals is eventually to be happy. So I think that's an important goal to keep in mind. Wonderful. Now, because we are focused on parenting and over the last 25, 26 years, that's a very long career span that you've had. I'm sure you would have met thousands of parents, and from different walks of life. I wanted to understand from you, have you noticed any non-supportive patterns in that parenting process?
Yes. If I say when I started my career from 1999, the graph of such non-supportive parents was very high. Very high. But again, in that span of 25, 26 years rather, I have seen parents are now more understanding. They are more supportive. You won't believe, yesterday I had interaction with one of the parents who visited us for the admission. Families shifting from Noida.
Okay.
And both the parents were there along with the child, and they were looking admission for grade 5. Father said, ma'am, I don't want too much academic pressure for my child, and I got to know that you are trying to have a good balance in your school. That is why I have come here, and this is my top priority. So I was so touched. I really wanted to record that and wanted to play it to the other parents as well, that when they are looking for the admission, they want there should be a good balance. As I said, holistic development. Now, yes, parents are aware. They understand that only academic cannot take any. So, but still, this is not the 100% achievable. We still have parents. If I talk in broader term, I have seen over the years two types of parents. Those who do wrong parenting, I say. One, if they were failure in their life, they want my child should not see that failure. They want the child not to experience that. That is why they become over bossy, over imposed kind of parenting. Second kind of parent, those who are over successful in their life, successful in the sense of what they wanted, they achieved. Again, those pressure of being successful in the society for them, that leads a pressure to the child. And again, parenting goes little in a wrong direction, I say. So both the things, imposing from the parent side goes in a wrong manner, but still I'm happy that over the 25 years, I have seen this graph of over anxious, over inquisitive parenting is going down. They give space to their kids now,
which is wonderful actually, and I think that's what the kids also need, and that's one of the goals of the conversation also, that we can bring to the parents what is helpful and what should be avoided. Now, a tough one, probably 26 years of experience. Now, if you have to give your top three advices or top three parenting suggestions to these parents, what would your top three parenting suggestions be? I know you're probably sitting on 100, but what would be the...
I was thinking the top three, so I should not miss the top three. I personally believe, as a parent as well, as educator as well, that parents should give the exposure of everything, all the platforms what the school is providing. So maybe it's excursion, maybe it's school trips or picnic, anything, any co-curricular activity, any sports activity. If you are able to afford, please give exposure to all the areas to your child. That first tip, whatever comes in your territory, whatever comes in your domain, whatever you can afford, please give the maximum exposure. Because again, if we talk about multiple intelligence, every child is unique. Every child is different. If we are giving all the platforms, then only we'll get to see that the child is good at what. And now gone are the days that only engineering or doctorate or these were few professions. Now people are doing so well in hotel management, in service industry. People are doing so well in even marketing, media, mass comm. So there are n number of fields. One of my student who was not so good in mathematics. She was commerce with math student, and around 10 years back, she is a judge now.
Wow.
So again, because of the communication skills, maybe, the CLAT was cakewalk for her and maths was so difficult for her. So again, giving exposure of everything, I think that one effort from the parent side should be there. Second, if I say the tip to the parent, please don't compare your child with anybody. If you have two kids, please no comparison. If you have a single child, parents say, ma'am, I have a single child, and don't compare. No, but even they compare with their cousins, with their past family members, with other relatives. So again, comparison is a big. Third tip, if I say, yes, please spend good quality time with your kids, which is very important. Then only you will understand in which area your child is good at. Again, if I talk about coming back to multiple intelligence, we'd say interpersonal, mathematical, there are 8 intelligence. If you spend time with your kid, you talk to your kid, then only you will get to know in which area the child in future is gonna excel. So that strong communication is very important.
Fantastic. So I think you have given, as you were saying, these 3 points, I was trying to keep them in my mind. And what you said really makes a lot of difference, So I tried to keep that in my mind. And you said ECQ. I was trying to give it an acronym. So exposure. So all the parents out there, it's important to give exposure so that you can understand where your child can excel at. And then based on his or her skill set, you can probably start giving him or her a direction. Second is comparison. And no comparison, I think.
So no comparison.
No comparison. So I read this beautiful statement. The sun cannot be compared to the moon. They both are very different. And when it's their time, they shine, right? So
they shine.
No comparison.
Awesome. This is wonderful.
And third is exposure, comparison. And third you said was Q, quality time. And quality time is very crucial. So all the parents out there, you might want to note ECQ. I'm borrowing this, madam, from you. So ECQ is what the mantra is.
Thank you for this wonderful acronym. So even rather I should write, because it was coming in a flow when I was discussing, but definitely I'm going to write this somewhere, ECQ.
It's quite important. All the parents out there, if you can follow these simple ideas, they make a profound difference in the life of the kids. Fantastic. So, moving forward, life is changing at a very fast pace. Life, it isn't as simple as it used to be earlier. And the demand of the industry and the demand of life itself is quite complicated. So what would you say? What skills should kids learn at an early age that will help them in the long run?
Again, when we talk about success and we define success is all about happiness. What we do, we should be happy and contented. So to get that exposure, I think the 3 skills, what I feel very important, I think I should also give now the acronym, as you said, you give acronym of 4C.
Okay.
So 4C, the first C stands for confidence. So the skill that a child should have, that confidence of speaking what I am feeling, what I'm going through. So confidence of expression. Second C, again, communication skills. Child should have that basic skill of communicating in a right manner, in a right direction. So confidence, communication, and collaboration. So if I know that how to collaborate, how to work in empathy, how to work in a team spirit, definitely this is the most important skill in today's area. Students, after getting a lot of degrees and everything, when it comes to the workplace, when it comes to the real life situation, they don't know the importance of collaboration. And when we are talking about 21st century skills, so I genuinely believe if we are able to imbibe this basic skill of collaboration, learning from others and sharing with others, that is very important. So communication, confidence, collaboration. And if I say fourth, I will define it. The word is outside world is very competitive. If at early age, we teach them, we make them aware about the competition beyond class 12, and we are able to make them understand that yes, the importance of failure is as important as the success. To understand the competitive world, I think that is going to be sufficient. So basic skills, I'll say again, four: collaboration, communication, and confidence, and to understand the competitive world, and to make your child prepare at the early stage to face the challenge.
Lovely. I think so. So we got a 4C formula now. All the parents out there, you'll be wondering that we guys are working out on acronyms, but I think these are messages. If you keep them with you and if you work on them, it does really make a difference. So let me see if my almonds are working. Confidence, communication, collaboration, and knowledge about competition. Lovely. And you said something about failures, which I really loved it. कई बारी हम बच्चों को सिर्फ सक्सेस के बारे में ही सिखाते हैं and we don't really talk about that failure is pretty much is existing out there, and how do you really go about dealing with it when a child isn't spoken to about failures, and probably when he fails for the very first time in anything. वो कुछ भी हो सकता है, स्पोर्ट्स है, गेम्स है, some maybe academics or something, maybe any project that they are doing, उनका दिल टूट जाता है is what I would say, because they have never had a conversation around failure. I'm glad you really put that out, madam. I think it's a gem that we should all be, while we talk about success, we should also prepare them about giving them a new lens to look at failure. You had a long journey, and you've had a massive journey, and you are very, very successful. So my question to you is a personal one. What worked out for you? What mantras, if you have to share, that came in handy for you towards your success? What worked for you?
Again, giving answer to this question will be little nostalgic for me, because when we talk about failure, I am the prodigy of something. I was always topper, because in academic was everything. I was not very good in sports, but yes, communication was okay. So I used to take part a lot of debate, declamation, what we used to have in our time. So basically, I was managing my academic and co-curricular only to the extent of debate declamations. And of course, I wanted to pursue my MCA after my BSc Computer Science. And the first failure, what I got, being an outsider quota for Delhi University, I couldn't compete my MCA entrance. So again, learning from that failure, that okay, if there are just 3 seats for outsider and you are not in top 3, and then realizing, and then yes, it was my destiny, it was my call, and I'm really very thankful for that, that I gave my B.Ed entrance and I got first rank. So mantra for me is yes, understand this failure, and if in short I have to say, be open to everything and every opportunity that comes to your door. So maybe if I have gone to that shell because I couldn't clear that entrance at that time, or else open up for the next door which is opening, ready to accept the new challenge which is coming, ready to accept that new opportunity which is coming. And I'm really so blessed, so thankful that not that and this side, that I'm able to touch the lives of many students, many parents. There, yes, I might have achieved some component of the definition of success, not to the full extent, but yes, here I'm so happy, so contented that I'm here. So failure, and in short, ready to open all the opportunities, grab the opportunities, don't know which way life will take you.
Wonderful.
So,
And
opening
it's
up.
glad to see that, as an educator, I think that's a rare opportunity to actually make a huge difference. And that really makes a huge difference. And I feel that something that happens gives you a direction, and if you're open to it, as you said, that if you're open-minded, life will show you a path. Life will show you a path. And I think all the parents out there,
there's a disclaimer, no risk, no gain.
yeah.
So if you are ready to grab the opportunities as a risk, then only you will gain something in your life.
Correct.
So yes.
So no risk, no gain. And all the parents out there, बच्चे तभी open-minded होंगे when they see you that our parents are also open to new ideas. So role modeling would happen when they see you being open to new ideas. So that's that. Now, I have something slightly in a different direction. Imagine that you are you got a microphone for yourself, and there's a speaker that opens up to all the students out there in the world. So you are on a microphone, and then there is a speaker that opens to all the students out there. what would be your key message for all the students today?
Yes, from the core of my heart, my message to all the students, one, learn as much as you can. Your parents, your teachers, your principal are your well wishers. Even if they say something, please don't take it to your heart that they are doing something or they are doing something wrong. So please take the advices in a right manner. But yes, have that confidence and have that communication skills. If you feel that is not gonna fit for you in your situation, you can counter back, you can cross check, you can convince them. So again, communication should be two-sided, either it with your parent or with teacher in whatever the scenario and the situation is. Secondly, learn as much as you can, explore whatever you can. You don't know which skill is gonna help you in future, in which direction. So explore the world as much, learn as much. The life is yours.
Fantastic. So that's a lovely message for all the students out there. And I think when kids get these advices at an early age, when they get the direction at an early age, it kind of shapes their path very well. Shapes their path very, very well. Now we have spoken about, parenting, we have spoken about kids. So I'm going to dive into something, I call it a rapid fire. And so to know the principle a little better, usually people have this idea that we know it's very formally. So I intend to break that. And we would want to get to know you at a little personal level. So I'm going to run you through a rapid fire, very simple questions. You can choose one of the answers, right? Are you ready?
Okay, so it's gonna be MCQ.
Two choices, you can pick
Okay.
one.
Okay.
So tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Okay. Summers or winters?
Winters. I love winters. I hate summers. I don't know why.
So that. Mountains or
I
beaches?
don't like. Pardon? Mountains or?
Beaches.
Mountains. Always mountains.
A phone call or a text?
Maybe video call.
Maybe a video call. I think that's a good one. Okay. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Bollywood or Hollywood?
Of course, Bollywood.
Okay. I like the, of course, there. Okay. So a big party or a small gathering?
Small gathering.
Okay. Email or a handwritten note?
Of course, practically email, but if you have to touch, that is a handwritten note on Teacher's Day. Trust me, I had tears rolling from my eyes when I had those small notes from grade 1, grade 2, KG, those who have just started learning, and those personal, handwritten notes where you could touch their lives. So definitely handwritten note. But in today's scenario, hardly we get time. So we are so much banging on emails.
Well, I get your choice there. So diving into food a bit, Indian or Chinese?
Indian. I'm very foodie, all North Indian.
Got that. Sweets or savories?
Blend of both.
Blend of both. A board game or a game on mobile?
100% board game. The only thing about I like Ludo. My all cousins, all kids in the family, we used to play Ludo together online. So, of course, online when there was no option, otherwise board games 100%.
So I'm sure then, I think I have an answer to the next one then. Book or ebook? I think I have an answer. Book or ebook?
100% book.
I could guess that. So thank you for sharing those lovely inputs about yourself, and really enjoyed the conversation with you, and really want to thank you for taking out time, being a part of this series, and that contribution, your contribution to make a difference to the parents out there, to the parent fraternity, is really, really appreciated. I also want to thank all the parents out there for tuning in and watching this. They say that sometimes one message changes your direction. They say that if a satellite or if a rocket takes off, 1 degree can make a difference. The destination changes when there is a shift of 1 degree. I hope that 1 degree happens for you. And madam, thank you for your contribution to this. Looking forward to many more conversations.
Thank you so much for having me at this platform and such a candid talk. I really enjoy talking to you and sharing some insights what usually you have. So even if it is my failure or my journey, so that was little nostalgic for me, but thanks for taking me to that zone and then coming out to the present as well. So I'm really honored and blessed to be a part of this platform where I can touch something if possible. Thank you so much.
Madam, pleasure is all mine. Looking forward. Thank you once again.